This is Curtis Sherrod's Top 3. Top 3.
Hi, my name is Curtis Sherrod, and welcome to Curtis Sherrod's Top 3. Top three. Top 3 is a cool show. Why is it cool? It's not just my top 3 things in various areas of expertise, subject matter, and consumerism, as well as being a taste master. We get people on the show who are very, very articulate when it comes to breaking down what their top 3 is. The gentleman I have next to me, Andre Leroy Davis. For all you con people, when I say con, I'm talking Comic Con people, for all you illustrators, for all you cartoonists, for all you hip hop heads, for all you people who understand the culture and what this man means to the culture. You know it was a coup getting him on the show today. And so I thank you for finding time in your busy schedule,
Gracias.
my Nubian, for coming to the show.
Thank you.
And as you know, this is Top 3.
Top 3.
And so my mind is racing because I'm just curious. You've been a Marvel head and a comic head your whole life.
Yes.
Right? Because,
Indeed.
this is what you do. Can you please tell me, when it comes to Marvel characters,
Yes.
what are your top 3? Because I'm curious.
Top 3. All right, well, gonna throw everybody off because the number 1 would be Captain America.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
When Captain America
Throws
throws
his
his
mighty
mighty
shield.
shield. Okay.
So number
Even
1.
though I'm a fan of Cap America, though, so that's all good.
Well, me too, but Captain America. Next would
But
be.
why? But why?
Well, actually, Captain America, when I was reading the comic book in the early 70s, was from Brooklyn. He was an artist.
Oh, I get it
He
now.
carried his shield in his portfolio. I mean, you couldn't pass that off.
So
then,
did you have the outfit?
hell no.
Oh, I had to ask it because
No.
you got a portfolio.
No.
You live in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You are an artist, so I'm just thinking that this dude was like going
But
to parties.
I was one of them cool nerds.
Oh, okay,
I was
okay.
a nerd, but you couldn't catch me in no
I was
outfit.
going to catch you in no outfit.
No.
Okay.
And Captain America led to the black characters.
Okay,
that
so
I
give me
love.
another one. Who's
All right,
2?
so 2 would be Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. All right, why
Luke Cage, Power Man. I don't know. I just love the yellow and the blue outfit.
Sweet Christmas.
Yes, I love old school Luke Cage, and just something about Luke Cage.
When you
just
say
stood out.
old school Luke Cage, tell the listening public exactly what you're talking about.
By old school, I mean the tiara, I mean the yellow shirt, the blue pants, and the yellow boots.
I think it was more like maize than yellow, right? It was more like
it was amazing
it was like
that they had him
maize.
in it. But as opposed to the new school where he's bald headed, he's got the hoodie on, I mean that's cool and all.
Yeah.
But I still like the retro flavor. Of
you were
the
OG,
old school.
so you wanted OG
Yeah,
style.
I wanted old school, but I guess they wasn't gonna do that. If they didn't put the X-Men on
They
big
didn't call you?
screen and
They didn't
color,
call you?
they should have. I didn't get the memo.
Man,
I was like,
don't sleep. Marvel does call this man. Okay,
did. Well,
they do call this man for covers.
I did
and stuff.
I did do the variant cover of Luke Cage last year. I did the
How
third
many
issue.
Marvel covers have you done so far?
I've only done 3.
Oh, I like that. I've only done 3.
I've only done 3. That was last year.
3 more than me.
Yeah. When that's the way to look at it. When people call people a one-hit wonder, it's like, yeah, I got one hit
One
more than you do. Yeah.
Right.
And then the third.
So what was the first cover? I'm just curious.
first cover that I did for Marvel?
Yeah. Was it Marvelous?
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
He wrote that one. It would be X-Men, where I did them as Grandmaster. Well, actually, I did Grandmaster Flash as X-Men. It was a hip hop variant. Second one was Iron Fist, and then the third one was Luke Cage.
Okay, so cool.
Yeah.
That's the 3 for the
Marvel.
ones you've done at Marvel.
Yeah.
Now your third
Black
personal.
Panther. Black Panther. Who could occupy number 1, 2, and 3? Because I just the character alone, being the king, and then the artist who drew Black Panther.
Who was the artist for Black Panther?
When I was coming up, it was Billy Graham.
Billy Graham.
Turned out to be a brother. and the detail.
With a
and the
name like
artwork.
Billy Graham.
Well,
right?
I didn't know that because you remember you had the wrestler back in the day, Billy Graham
and the
also.
Reverend, and the Reverend.
And the Reverend too. See, there goes 3 again.
Yeah,
See?
and there was a crack dealer named Billy Graham in my
see.
neighborhood too. So that's pretty interesting.
He
all
lived
these Billy-
he lived 3 blocks away.
Yeah, we call him
took
Billy G.
Keep the 3
Remember
going
Billy
on.
G, right?
Keep the 3 going.
Keep the 3 going, 3 blocks away.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so tell me something about Black Panther that you know that the typical audience member wouldn't know.
I don't know now because everybody's an authority.
That's why I was just curious
Now.
if you knew something that
What do I know that they don't know?
about the Black Panther character.
I don't know if I could tell them that. Something that they don't know. All I know is I've got all the comic books from that period of jungle action, which he originated. Well, his solo series originated. I assume most people know he started first appearance Fantastic Four. I'm gonna probably get it wrong. 52, maybe, or 62. Yeah, Google that for me, please. Yeah. So I'm not wrong up on this thing before I leave.
Our crack staff just said yes, 52. Very
yeah,
good.
And one of the original drawings of him, he had a kind of a Batman mask, meaning you could see the nose and everything else before they covered the whole face up. Okay. That's a little subliminal. I think they kind of changed that quickly.
So as far as people who have a nice hand,
yes,
and I'm talking about, that's what people in the industry call artists.
Skills.
Who do you say or would occupy your top 3 for illustrator, cartoonist?
In the comic book world or just in general?
I'm going to go with the comic book world because I think that the other world might be too obscure for our unsophisticated folks who may not know the level of, that we're going to.
Well, see, now, when I was a kid, I didn't know the artists' names. I just knew whether I thought the art was whack or not. And then I would either pick the comic up or not.
So let me hear
It wasn't until I got older that I learned the names. In high school, favorite 2 artists were John Byrne.
And what was he known for?
X-Men.
X-Men.
Yeah, he was known for X-Men, just killing that whole thing. X-Men, Alpha Flight, who he created, but definitely X-Men. Also, favorite artist, probably a little bit above John Byrne during that time period, was Kerry Gamble.
Yeah, okay.
Who drew Iron Man and Power Fist.
Right.
Iron Man and Power Fist. Yeah, that is correct. Power Man and Iron Fist. That's a tongue twister. Woo, I threw myself on that one. And who else would I throw in there? Possibly George Perez.
You may not know what these people's skill sets are and what they do, but before the night is over, you will. Welcome to Curtis Sherrod's Top 3. All the people we place to be, it is my honor. He's a associate, a friend, a homeboy, and a professional at this particular industry. I welcome to you to the man, the myth, the legend that they call Darrin Porcher. What's up, baby?
Thanks a lot, man. I'm glad that I got in here. I can now stretch out, and I'm going to take over this broadcast. So I'm going to be answering the questions. Are you all right with that?
I'm cool. I'm very cool.
I can't do that.
As
I
long
can't
as
do
it's
that.
top 3. As long as you keep it in the top 3 format. But before we start, let's give yourself a round of applause. We're going to clap for you together. All right?
Okay.
We're clapping for you, son.
That's very important.
Yeah.
That's very important.
You got to do that, man.
We're going to start this with me and end with me.
And with you. The middle is you, and then we're going to segue back to you.
Okay, that's what I'm
if
talking
you're cool
about.
with that. And with that being said, the name of the show is Top 3. Just out of curiosity, let's say on your way here, you found a bag of money. And in this money was like $10 million with the caveat you had to open a business. What would be the top 3 businesses you would consider opening?
3 weed spots.
3 weed spots?
Right
now with the cannabis industry.
No, I mean to say it's being legalized now. It's really coming from where I'm coming from. But all seriousness, if I had 3 business endeavors that I wanted to focus on, I'd probably get into maybe the hedge funds because I just find that a lot of investments are what makes things grow. Real estate is a good thing too, but I see the hedge fund, I shouldn't say a hedge fund, but the investment would be the apex of the direction that I go in with in terms of the first business. The second would be more than likely some real estate. I'd buy up some property. It's weird because I have a place in Harlem and it's just so amazing how it's just grown exponentially in price. And then the last piece, I would probably open a sneaker store.
You're a sneakerhead?
I'm a huge sneakerhead. I got like 500 pairs of sneakers.
Get
So, you know,
outta here.
now I can really focus on the craft, you know. And all those sneakers heads out there understand what
Is
this
that a
is.
craft? Really?
Oh, huge, huge. You got to know who to get it from, you know, when to get there. We don't wait on lines as real sneakerheads. Real sneakerheads put somebody online and you pay them. But the truth of the matter is, you know, the sneaker industry is booming. And so those would be the top 3 things that I would do. And I would rival Flight Club.
People may not realize that you're also into change. You're also into progress. And I say that because you are a doctor. You are a Dr. Darrin Porcher. I believe the good Jesuits.
All day, every day.
The good Jesuits from Fordham University blessed you with
Yes,
that.
sir.
And previous to that, you were actually a lieutenant
In the NYPD.
in NYPD. And then previous to that, I believe you was in the armed forces, right?
I was an officer in the Army.
Thank you for your service. You're an amazing guy, man.
Well,
I
thank you.
mean,
Appreciate it.
And now currently, if people didn't know, what is it that you spend a lot of your time doing now behind the camera?
I do.
I'm sorry, in front of the camera.
In front of the camera. I do a lot of this television stuff. You know, I do MSNBC. I'm a voluntary contributor with MSNBC, Fox News, Fox the Cable, the channel, and CNN. And so I come on and I provide commentary as it relates to terminal issues in criminal justice. I also speak to political issues. I also speak to military issues. And I also speak to societal issues, such as things that are happening in our society. And so I guess that amalgamation of topics or subject matter is what I speak to on camera.
So people who do that professionally, in the past, present, who do you find do that in a way that you feel is amazing? Like, who to you is like, wow, this lady or this man is really skilled at this? Like, for me coming up, I remember like, I'm Roger Grimsby, Here Now the News. Like, I remember the OG people, you know. Give me your top 3 as far as people who did that.
Curtis Sherrod is number 1 on
Oh,
the list.
man. And you are always welcome back on this
Curtis
show,
Sherrod,
baby.
that's the big dog, number 1, right?
Uno. Give me some more, though. Give me some more.
In terms of television personalities, it's kind of weird because depending upon what I'm doing, like there's some things that I do, I prefer to sit down with Anderson. I'm just giving you my personal experiences. I like sitting down with Anderson Cooper. I think it's a very even. Because he allows me to kind of stretch out, so to speak. So when I say that, you know, like I can speak my mind when I'm on his show. I like doing Erin Burnett's show. I like Brian Williams. Brian Williams is an OG in the game.
He sure is.
You know, it's the weirdest thing. That was like a real honor for me to sit down. And I've done several interviews with Brian Williams. The first time I got in there, I'm like, wow, is my mother watching this? Yo, I mean, this is who I'm doing it with. And then,
well, just so y'all know, not only is he a man who's nice when it comes to speaking on these issues in front of the camera, not only is he a sneakerhead within his possession of
hard
over
body sneakerhead.
500
I might
joints.
even, honestly, I may even have 1,000, but I'm cutting it light, you know.
Wow. Not only he is an aficionado of the violent movies like Purge and things of that nature, he's actually a very cool dude. And so we are glad to have had you on the Top 3 show. We know we're going to have you here again because as these issues pop up in our community, we now know we can call on an expert who can address them in a professional manner. So we want to give you a salute for all the things you've done and all the things you're going to do.
Well, thank you, sir.
And there you have it. Top 3, Dr. Darrin Porcher. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with our next guest. Top 3, y'all. Top 3, y'all. This is Curtis Sherrod's Top 3, y'all. Top 3, y'all. Top 3, y'all. This is Curtis Sherrod's Top 3. Who's with me? I got the woman that they call Stacia Hobdy. Now, Stacia, I know what you do, right? As far as when it comes to singing. She's a songbird, she's a singer extraordinaire. Some might even say she's a diva. But what prompted you to go that path, and how did you know you had skills like that?
Well, I started singing really, really young, Kurt, in church. My mom played organ at the church where we attended, and she had a really small choir, and I used to go to the rehearsals all the time, and I just started singing when she would start playing, and they decided, hey, well, she's good at what she does, so let her sing in the choir, and that's when I really, really said, I like this. I like what I like what comes out with singing. So that's where it
That seems
started.
to be a theme that I hear a lot with singers. The black church was an influence on them. Do you feel with the decline of attendance in several black churches for various reasons that
True.
that will no longer be the case? And maybe that's why hip hop has been, I don't want to say supplanting or taking the place, but has been becoming a very visible aspect in young people's lives?
Well, I think you make a good point, but I also see that there's a good chance and a good opportunity for the two to more or less be able to marry their influence over young minds and young artists. So, strong possibility that could be the case. But honestly, I feel like it's a combination of the two, from where we come from anyway, in terms of what would influence young minds and young creatives.
And so, as you may know, this show is called Top 3. I got my team in the back making it happen for Top 3. People rarely shout out the staff, but I got my girl Jen. I got Jimmy in the house.
Hey.
And what's cool about this show, we can make adjustments and everything. How we looking? We looking good, team?
You look
How we sounding good?
beautiful.
Everything is looking right. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I'm curious to know about what's your top 3 slow jams of all time.
Top 3 of all time.
All time. I want to hear your top 3 because I know your top 3 is going to be something special. So, what's your top 3 slow jams? And people don't even slow jam no more, really.
This is true.
They don't.
I had to, kind of think about that when you just put that question on.
When we was coming up,
all time.
that was the big part of the party. It was
was.
like, put the blue light on.
That's right.
Let's get cozy to the person who we think is cute, and we'd make it happen. Now, cats don't even know how to slow dance anymore, I don't think. For real, I don't. A lot of dudes be like, I don't know how to slow dance.
Well, let's just say it's a new day, it's a new dawn, and the way that folks get down is just a little different than what we did. Not necessarily, better, not necessarily worse, but a little different.
Well, speaking of different, I know your choice might be a little different. What's your top 3?
Okay, I had to think long and hard about this, but I would say my top 3, the first one is Gloria by Enchantment.
Okay, I see you.
And
Now, why? What is it about that song, Gloria?
because the lead singer's voice is just so hypnotic and amazing, and the amount of emotion that he put in it, he just made you want to do the blue lights in the basement thing, just get in the corner with the person that you wanted to.
So if a dude was like not cute, but he was just all right, but Gloria came on, he'd have a shot?
He'd get to dance.
Okay. So
get the
Gloria
dance.
can help people.
Gloria could definitely help
Mediocre
people.
men, you may want to invest in that song called Gloria. You know what
Not
I'm
a
saying?
lot of people know about that one. Not a lot of people know about that one.
Okay, so that's
You
number
know?
1. What's number 2?
Okay, number 2, Adore. Prince's Adore.
Until the end of time.
That's right.
I truly love you.
I'll be there for you. You are my heart and mind.
Okay. Prince had so many jammies.
Indeed.
But Adore, did he write that for the woman he married at one point to
No.
impress her or something?
I'm not really certain, but whoever he wrote it for, he was definitely feeling it and in love. So that's an amazing song for so many different reasons. Yes, it was an amazing performance and a great recording, but the words are really something special.
So I guess when
It's
a man,
personal.
when a man takes the time to articulate in that manner to a woman, it got to feel good as a female.
That's it.
And
That's
men
it.
don't open up a lot. We don't really
How
do
many,
that.
how many men gonna let you know it's all right to smash up their ride? Come on.
You could burn up my clothes. But he said maybe not
Maybe
the ride.
He said maybe not the ride.
And then, from the first moment I saw you, I knew
You were the one.
That night I had to call you.
That's right.
When we were dancing till the sun came
was
up.
rapping.
Oh, that was a dope. All right, so that's number one. Number one was Gloria. Number two was Prince with a Door. What's number three?
Okay, number three, that's a tough one too, because I was on the fence about that, but I gotta say, Earth, Wind, Fire's Reasons. And
That might
for
have been
the obvious reasons.
Yeah, that might have been the most heavily requested song, because we did a post the other day on what is your favorite top 3 slow jam, and overwhelmingly Reasons was on the list, which to me perplexes me.
Why?
I always listened to the words and saw it more like a breakup song. Yeah, after the love game has been played and all our illusions are just a charade,
okay.
and all the reasons start to fade. It's like a man had game. He was like, I'm about to break up with you. However, if I could hold and love you just for the night, kissing and hugging, holding you tight, please let me love you with all my might.
All right, that's true that. But
So-
but you know, sometimes we have our songs that we're just listening to the music and we're feeling the groove, and we're also feeling the whole vibe behind it. And I've never, till this day, including, you know, people that, you know, just are in cover bands that do Reasons and they do it justice, the whole place just goes crazy. Everybody wants to get on the dance floor. You want to grab that one that you want to be with. Sometimes, like we said, the one that, you know, you might just be standing next to. And, you know, just be able to groove and jam to that. But there's also, you know, there's a vibe that goes along with Reasons.
It does have that
Oh,
vibe,
really?
I think is what pulls it really over
That's
the top.
it. But he goes into his whole, you know, rap after, can't find the reasons, you know, why I love.
All our illusions were just a parade, and all the reasons start to fade.
So,
Gotta have you. Know.
what reason did you choose Donna Summer to be one of the one-woman shows that you do? 'Cause let me just say, you're amazing at it.
Thank
You
you.
know, I'm always impressed when I come to one of your shows. But why did you choose Donna Summer? And I didn't know you had a musical kinship with her like that.
Donna Summer, in my opinion, was a very, very underrated entertainer. She did have world acclaim and was very, very popular, of course, in Europe. But what I loved about Donna Summer was that she was a pure voice, a powerful, pure voice. There was like nothing that you couldn't do with her voice. And the music at the time, like those arrangements that were made for her, oh my goodness, they were just incredible. And till this day, it doesn't get old. And when you know, you have a quality vocalist and you have a quality product, when something withstands the test of time. And to me, she was iconic. I wanted to be like Donna Summer with the hair and the outfits, and you know, I remember that first album cover that I saw of hers, and my mother snatched it back. Looking at it.
Why did she snatch it back?
Come
Oh,
on.
okay. Yeah, a little fast. Okay.
Let's remember Donna
Yeah,
Summer
yeah, she was a
back in the day.
Cutie pie, sexy woman. Yeah, yeah. Love to love you, baby.
That's
Yeah,
all that.
yeah. Big record, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of consistency, I think what I'm gonna do is put together a trailer based on your performance today. So can you take us out with a song so that I could use for this trailer? And it could be any song you want. Just take us out in song.
You know, Kurt. Gotta love you for just putting you on the blast.
Well, when people got skills like you need to be on blast.
Let's see, what can we do? I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within. I came back to let you know, got a thing for you, and I can't let it go. Some people go around the world for love, but they may never find what they dream of. What you won't do Hey, do for love. You tried everything, but you don't give up. In my world, only you make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do.
You are now listening to Curtis Sherrod's Top 3. We out, y'all.
This is Curtis Sherrod's